all the time. When I realized that I managed to do these three things in the same room, I thought I had to share. So without further ado, let's start. Alright, so I am here in my bedroom. So it's a double room, and this used to be my studio, but it was so dark. As you can see, the lights are on and it's the day. It was so dark and so tiny, so small. I never wanted to work and I never wanted to stay here, so I switched the rooms. And anyways, since the window is right there by the street, it was very noisy. So I'm really happy now to have the brightest room in the apartment to work. So I'm gonna go in details about every specific part. So here, this is my plain sewing machine and my rainbow lingerie. So this is what I used to make those very basic lace lingerie sets. And obviously the colors make a rainbow. Some of those laces I actually never produced. I only ordered the lace to see how it looked, and I only sewed them to make this beautiful rainbow. So this is where I sew. I also have here a second sewing machine. This one's called an overlock sewing machine. So I needed at least those two. In an ideal world, I would need three. So instead of the small domestic one, I would buy two professional sewing machines. But since I didn't have the space and made only small productions, this suits me. Here is where I do my pattern drafting. So this table is quite large, and you can kind of there or pin things there. And so this is where I usually, I dropped the little house here. Yeah, I could go over a few things here. So this was given to me by my sister many years ago. Those are plastic magnets. They glow in the dark. They were given to me by my daughter. This little house was made by my daughter many years ago. I think she was about 3 or 4. And I love it so much. This was also made by my daughter. I love it. She also gives me all those seashells. I've collected them over the years. And if you don't know those, if you are older or if you don't have a daughter or a sister, they were called Littlest Pet Shops. They were the cutest. This one was obviously my favorite because it had curly hair like me. Here is a very nice present a friend made for me. It says, "Be like a postage stamp. Stick to one thing until you get there." Because as I am a multi-passionate entrepreneur, I've tried many things in my life. Yeah, I've tried many things, and I didn't always follow through and complete things. I tend to always want to do something more, go on to the next thing. And if you are aware of what human design is, this is very normal for me as a you look into human design and give yourself permission to not follow through on every project you start. It's okay to just experiment, and you don't have to go deep into everything you do. And I turned the camera because here I have those amazing flamingo glasses made by my daughter. What are they called? In French we say pipe cleaners. I think she was 8 when she did that, and I really love them. What else could I show you? This is a felt banana made by my daughter as well. And this cute lamp is from, what's that? Wow. Anyways, I have nothing. What's that called? An abat-jour in English. I don't know. These belonged to my grandmother. They were her wedding gift, I believe. Alright, and now behind me is the stand-up desk, because when I do my pattern drafting here, I usually stand up because you have to move around, you know, if you know about pattern drafting. It's best done standing up, so I used to put my computer up there, so if I have to change something to my pattern and print it out, I have a printer here and many books there, and this gorgeous art made by my baby girl. So that's it for the sewing and pattern drafting. And now the next thing is coaching and coach training. So I needed to have a space where I can sit, because standing up for 6 hours a day was hard. So I got myself this gorgeous, oh look who's there, this gorgeous plush velvet chair. Hello Marie-Antoinette. So that I can have natural light from the window, so that when I study and when I'm in my, or when I coach clients, and also my lovely therapist moved away from the city this year, so I have to meet her by Zoom. So I really wanted the sitting desk. So there it is. Yeah. What else is there? Plant. So since this desk has no storage, because this is actually makeup, because I love to do makeup with, I love to put my makeup on in front of a window, because the natural light is the best light. So I have this small, what's that called? I can't remember. In French we say dessert. So there are books in there, pens, you know, all the things one could need. Here are, yes, my threads in color graded, obviously, because that looks good. So this is it for the coaching part and the studying part. Now on to painting. I love oil painting, and I haven't done it in 20 years. Well, I just started this week, so I went over and bought everything I needed, like, you probably colors in there. glass papers in a pad, so that allows me to get back into it slowly. And obviously, oil painting takes weeks to dry, so I put up those small, what are they called? Corde à linge? I don't know, to hang them so they can dry. And this is perfect because it's behind the door, so we will never touch them. So I haven't started doing anything fancy with painting yet. I'm just experimenting with colors and textures. So I have a few things here and there as well. Yeah, it's nothing fancy. I just want to have fun. I love the smell of paint. I love the texture of it. So I'm just having fun and try and keep things as clean as possible. This huge, what's that called? I forgot. A garde-robe. Anyways, this has my patterns, lace fabrics, other fabrics. It's a mess. I'm not going to show you. So this